you doing? It is warm again, but it's fine. And I've put my fan is on, and it was on really loud before, and I just turned it down, and I realised how loud my computer's fan is. So apologies, it's just fans all around, but I have an iced coffee, so as in iced coffee, not a nice coffee. It is also nice, but it's iced, so that's going to keep me cool today. So, interesting thing happened yesterday. Yes, a friend of mine put up a post. You know, I have those problems for anyone that's watched this before. You know, I have that problem with sometimes when I go between takes, it kind of moves from like one stem out of a group will act weird. Someone else is having a similar problem, a friend of mine, and anyway, I was offered a solution via this person's problem, so I'm going to try that today. I'm really excited that if it works, then I'm going to be so happy, but this happened last time where I thought it worked and then it didn't work, so we'll see how it goes. But who have we got in already? We have got Jed is here. Hello, Jed. Good morning from a very sunny and warm Manchester. We had an electric storm last night. I sat and watched it for 2 hours. Glad I'm on furlough. I would have struggled getting up for work today. Oh man, I saw a bunch of videos of people having storms where they are. So there's a friend I have in Birmingham that was posting about his storm up there, and I was like, yes, we're going to get rain, we're going to get thunder, I love it, and we've got nothing down here, and I was absolutely gutted. So yeah, still warm here, hasn't quite sort of blown out. I just wanted a bit of fresh air basically, but it's fine. The door's open right now. I will close it before I start, obviously, so that I can keep friends with my neighbours. Carl Bayliss is here. Bonjour! How are you? Are you well? I was going to try and remember how to say bonjour. Sorry, how to say how are you in French. And, is it ça va? Ça va bien? Are you well? Are you good? I can barely speak English today, so trying to go for the other languages, not going to happen today. Oh, that's a good point. I'm trying to take September to December kind of chilled. I'm trying to, relax a bit, because I know this year's been crazy in terms of just worldwide, but I've been working too hard, I think so. I feel exhausted, if I'm honest, and it's August, and I'm around people that are going, oh, it's been great, I've really taken this time for myself and to relax and to recharge, and I'm sat there going, yeah, I should do that. So I'm going to try and take, after we've done the Voice Kids final, I'm going to try and take at least a month of just relaxing. I'm not saying I'm not doing anything, obviously it's me, but I'm going to try and take my foot off the gas a bit. But the reason I say that is because it just occurred to me maybe it would be nice to get back on the language learning train, probably back to Japanese, because I just really enjoy it as a language. Either that or maybe Italian, because I do love Italian. It's a beautiful language, and I think my husband wants to learn Italian, so maybe we can do it together. That'd be fun. Emily Young is here. Hey Emily, how you doing? I'm doing well, Emily. How are you doing? And thank you for that lovely message yesterday. Stay strong. Stay strong, my friend. You are awesome. Just keep doing your thing. You're doing something right. I know that probably sounds like an oxymoron, but it's true. And it's coming from this moron, so it's fine. So Carl says, oui, I'm good, thanks, hot but happy. Carl, where are you again? I know I should know this off the top of my head, but I can't for the life of me remember where you are in the UK. I know you're in the UK. Well, that's a good start. I think you're... Where? Tell me where you are, because I'm being rubbish. So, let's get to today. Today, we're back again with the wonderful Channon Bailey from Lakeland, Florida. He's super cool. He was happy with the song that we did yesterday. I dropped him an email with the take, and he was like, yep, brilliant. Here's the next one. And it's kind of... He said it was a bluesy one. Now, I've got to show you how I listened to this song, right? Because if you were here yesterday, the guide track that he initially sent over, which was not meant to have any drums on it, had drums on it. So I just thought, when he sent it over yesterday, I thought, I'm just going to check this guide track, because just so that we've got time to deal with it. I knew I was coming on earlier today, and it's super early over where he is, and I doubt he would be awake. It's probably, is it 5 in the morning there? Maybe 4, 5 in the morning? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's 5 hours. So, yeah, I thought, right, let me check this. Now, I'm going to move you on to this view. Now, I've muted the other tracks, and I just want you to hear what I heard, right? Okay. Swapped out headphones as well, because those other ones are so much better for recording with. These ones are not the most inspiring, and there's a lot of bleed, so it's not. Okay, so I just went to the middle of the song, and well, not the middle, like, just not from the beginning. So you're thinking, like, sorry, it's quite loud. So I'm thinking, like, a slow boom. Yeah. I mean, when I tell you this is up my alley, it totally is. And then there's a section that does go double time, so I'm going to. So that's cool. Goes double time, like in 4/4 essentially. It goes from 6/8 to 4/4. I was like, cool. I'm going to really enjoy this. This is, and my brain's going, and blah, blah, blah. Today, I listened to the drums with it, right? And he'd made a mention of a Darkness song that I hadn't heard of, and I understand now why I hadn't heard of it, and I'll explain in a second. So check this out. Same section, beginning there, right? So not what I was expecting, but so intriguing, right? And then the later sections is, which makes sense to me, like, logically, right? So yeah, like I say, I was like, wow, that's not what I was expecting at all. And then I went to the reference that he made, and everything just fell into place. So the reference was, The Darkness Heart Explodes. Now, when I heard this, I was like the song name, I was like, this is awful. I was in the band, and I don't remember even hearing about this song. That's terrible. I thought I'd learned all of their songs. Turns out it's off their new album, so that's why I haven't heard of it. But listen, I hope you're getting this actually, but let's see. A story about a woman and a man who meet at the beginning, together they belong, and it feels like they're winning, so everything goes wrong. Take me to the upper room, find it till my heart explodes. Take me to the upper room, or give me back the love of mine. Sorry, I'm just watching the video, which is really fun because it's nice seeing those boys. But that's why I heard of it, because it's new, and all of a sudden it all made sense. I was like, cool, so this is what you're after. It's kind of, and if we go back to this thing with that in mind. Makes total sense to me. So I was so happy that this reference was referenced, because otherwise I'd literally just be like, what is, I don't understand. It's just sometimes that happens where your brain just goes, nope, sorry, don't know what you're talking about. So in fact, what should I do? Let me just come back to the chat real quick, and then I'm going to read you the email that he sent me, which has that reference, and also a little bit about this song, which is brilliant. Can I just say, I love the backstory of where this song has come from. So, Emily says, I'm okay, thanks, and you're welcome. Mooncat Drum says, oh, Sunny Stourport, Worcestershire, or how is it that Americans sometimes say it? Worcester, I think. I can't remember. Best one ever I've ever heard of someone mispronouncing an area in the UK. Stratford, Uponavon. So good, love that. Right, so Adam is here. Hello, Adam Stanley Drums. How are you? Morning. How hot is it in your particular windowless studio? It's incredibly hot. But you know what makes it hotter? I have windows, so the sun has been beaming in. I have curtains as well, so I closed them yesterday. But as it turns out, it's just turned it into more of an oven. There's literally no way to deal with this it's impossible. So the door is open right now. I'm probably talking incredibly loud. My neighbours are probably very annoyed at me, but I will close it before I start recording, so that's fine. David Lemmitz is here. Hello, good morning. How are you? And Charlotte Bibby as well. Hello. Oh, all the gang are in today. It's pretty early to be fair. I hope you've all got coffees on the go. David, especially early for you, is it not? This is where my geography fails me. I don't know which side Georgia is on. Maybe you're an hour ahead. I could be wrong. I don't know. Geography is not my strong suit. Right. Charlotte says, thunder, lightning, flooding up here, chaos overnight. Oh my, are you okay? Is everything okay? It's the reverse down here, the absolute reverse. I know that Jed has had a bunch of thunder and lightning and stuff like that, electrical storms, and the Midlands have sort of had that, but you've obviously had like the extreme version. Hope you're enjoying the heat. Yes, compared to flooding, yes, but I wouldn't mind a bit of lightning and thunder. I quite enjoy it. Okay, so I'm going to read you quickly this email that Channon sent me last night. So he said, track 2 has been sent your way. This is the blues, my style, I guess. The drum track for the slow part is different than I planned, but kind of reminded me something similar to Heart Explodes from the Darkness, which again, Channon, if you're watching this, thank you for giving me that as a reference, because it all made sense the second I heard it, so that's awesome. Not on purpose, so maybe something unique like that over the slow parts, whatever works. I love this about Channon. He's just like, just whatever is best for the song, which is like, that's my ethos too, so I love it. So it's 120 BPM or 60 BPM for the slow and 120 BPM for the double time parts. I kept the click and so forth at 129. I think you will have some fun with this one. Excuse the rubbish solo job, I wasn't trying. Haha, rough demo. This song is entitled A Man's Got Needs, and then in brackets, but a woman do too. I love it! This album references a lot of my own thoughts and what I've seen around in my life. Quick note, where I grew up and was raised, I always heard the excuse and or saying a man's got needs. After dealing with my own garbage for 18 years and then previously helping men with addictions, I heard that one a lot. My take, that's stupid and an excuse. I've also heard it thrown a lot, I've also heard it thrown around a lot in men's groups and church groups for men. I believe and know a woman does too. All these all these divisions, which I don't agree with, so this is a little blues song about my thoughts on it. I just love this. This just really speaks to me. Dirty blues with some angst, I guess, lol, because boys will be boys, and a man's got needs drives me crazy. We're all human, we all do, or at least that's my thoughts. Lol, sorry, just some background with the title. I love everything about that backstory. Everything about it, I'm all for, and I'm with you on the divisions thing. Anything that's gonna like remove divisions from people, I'm just so on board. I can't even tell you. That is, I feel like it's my life's mission is to remove divisions between people. Not that I'm doing a particularly good job necessarily, but you know, I'm very aware of it. So that really spoke to me as well. So I'm really. Channon is an absolute star, basically. And who else have we got in? We've got Dan Lee! Good morning, Dan Lee! And because you've come in, I'm just going to drink some water. I've got iced coffee on the go as well. I don't think that counts because I think it's a diuretic. And Adam says, I'm good, thanks. Geez, luxury curtains and all. Dude, it was like the one thing. When we moved into this house, and this room existed, and it already had windows, and it had a door with glass. I was like, oh, sorry, my camera's gone weird. Come on. Focus on my big eye bags. Yeah, so when we bought this house, I was like, I've spent my life in windowless, airless, grotty, dark, dingy studios. So now that I was talking to one of the guys from the Voice Kids bands about this, so I made a conscious decision. I was like, I want to have natural light, and I want a light surroundings. Turns out the whole white walls thing makes me feel a little bit like I'm in an insane asylum sometimes, but that's okay. And yeah, but consequently, I do have natural light, but when it's hot like this, the sun just beams in. So I've got the door, which is like two doors and it's glass, and then I've got a skylight type window outside of here. I wanted to actually have one in here, but the guys that built this was like, you know what, it's not going to be worth the light that you get. It's not going to be worth the compromise that you're going to have on the sound in here. So I was like, fair enough, that kind of makes sense. And actually, in hindsight, it probably was the right decision, because if it was even hotter in here, oh, I don't know what to do. So, yes, sorry, that was a very long answer to not even a question, I don't think. Kev Cook is here. Hello, Kev. Sending you lots and lots and lots of love. I think it's like 2 weeks. Awesome. 2 weeks away for awesomeness. And greetings from cloudy Cornwall. Are you having a bubble? Really? Really? It's cloudy there? I wish it was cloudy there. If it gets cloudy here, I'm going for a walk later. Usually I go for a walk first thing, but obviously I want to record this first. Anyway, Danley, iced coffee alert. Oh yes. I literally started doing this at the weekend. Game changer. Charlotte says, all fine at ours. Off to check the studio in a bit. Hopefully no flooding. Fingers crossed for you. Touching all the wood in the world to hope that the studio is fine, because that is one of my worst nightmares. Got someone booked in the studio today. Oh my goodness. It's going to be fine. Positive thinking. Early start, but I'll stick around and watch for a bit. Okay, well, if you're off, then I'm going to start doing this. Right. So, okay. Let's switch to this here. Now, I'm not going to write out the full title of this because it's quite a long one, so I'm just going with acronyms with this, which is fine because Channon did the same, so I'm going to assume that it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not, what's the word, disrespectful to shorten the title to the acronym, which is AMGN. What a woman do too. A man got needs, but a woman do too. Okay, right. I'm going to turn down the drums a little bit, just so that I get a feel for the song with the guitar drums as well. Let's switch off this. Okay, so let's go. Okay, that is super interesting. I think that's such an interesting song, and I love that it kind of mirrors itself at the beginning and the end there. What I might do is just to remind me of the vibe of the track, because this is so straight. So, in fact, let's just hear this darkness again.
They're easy to come up with, but they're difficult to play. Cause I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't know if I...
So it's kind of swung, rolling type thing. I'm almost tempted, actually, just to... I'm just gonna... Am I gonna do that? No, I'm not gonna do that. I am going to... What I was gonna do is just pipe in a couple of bars of that darkness song to the beginning, just to give reference. Pardon me, sorry. Very, very pretty. What I'm actually going to do is just nick a couple of bars from the beginning. Where am I going to just so that I've got the feel of it. Works fine for that bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna change this click because it doesn't work for me. So I just want to half it basically. In fact, what I want to do is make it into 2 bars, so you can't see any of this or anything. I'm just what am I doing? Just sorting out the track. So, there we go.
Sell the world a story about a woman and a man.
Okay, I've got to try and make it really sound natural, and I think that's going to be the challenge for me, at least, just from my side of things, because that is not a natural inclination for me, but I love it. I think it's really so interesting, and yeah. Wait, I want to almost. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let me just see if I can. This is where it all goes horribly wrong. I'm just going to see if I can record into. But have I got? iTunes audio. I wonder if it. No. I can probably do it with a built-in microphone, actually. I'm just going to try and record in with this. Oh, well, that didn't work, did it? How do I find out?
Who need to go again?
Oh. Just want to reference back this track if need be, basically. Audio input 1 of the. Is that going to work? Oh, yes, it does. Right. That's super loud. Okay.
Together they belong, and it feels like they are winning.
Just going to record this real quick to give me a reference point.
So everything goes wrong. Take me to the upper room. Fly until my heart explodes. Take me to the upper.
A lot of that video is Justin doing what's it called, that dance that all the kids do that I can't do because it's in like 3 against, is it 3 or is it 5 again, and people do it against 4 and it just really grates on me. I just want to just
I'm standing on a cliff top and I'm looking out to sea. The sirens of the Netherlands are beckoning me. I'm trying to write a ballad that makes you want to stay. They're easy to come up with, but they're difficult to play. Cause I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't know if I can. Sell the world a story about a woman and a man.
that will be enough. Okay, so back to that. Hopefully that will be weird. Sometimes it gets weird. And I'm just going to put a marker so it's quick for me to jump to this if I want to have a bit of a listen. No reference. And just, is it worth? Okay, so I'm going to come back to the chat real quick and then we'll go in, and I think it's going to be more than just 3 takes on this one, just because I want to really mess around and find the part, if that makes sense, which means the water's coming in with me. Right, so Kev Cook, oh yes indeed, he's still hot though. Yeah, very warm. Adam says, started on iced coffee with honey this week too. How funny is that? Life changer, it really is. Honey, eh? Never had honey in coffee, although I just love black coffee. I love it, and cold, it's even better somehow, which is pretty cool. Did you ever rehearse at Survival Studios in Acton, speaking of grotty, windowless rooms? Oh yes, for many years. So they used to have a deal on where in the summer you could come in and it was, I want to say it was a $5 an hour, something like that. And so I used to go in like 2 days a week and just block out 4 hours or something like that. And just practice, because I had nowhere to practice. I was living in southwest London and there was nowhere to practice at all. Actually, in fact, I was also going there when I was living in Tottenham. And then I think I ended up getting a studio share after that that was in a similar sort of area, which ended up being a lot cheaper than doing Survival. But it was a great deal, like really great deal at the time. I don't know what they're like now, but I have a lot of fun memories of Survival for sure. Like really do, because they really I don't know, they facilitated so much opportunity in terms of practicing and doing all that. Also, what was it called? Cat's Cafe, I think, around the corner. Brilliant Vietnamese food. I used to get their prawn tempura on, like, was it rice? Special fried rice or something? I used to have that every lunchtime. It's no wonder I was like putting on weight. Why am I putting on weight? Eating a major amount of fried food for lunch. Not even like dinner, for lunch. Every day. That'd kill you. Jed says, haha, I know you explained the drums at the beginning, and it reminded me of a YouTube clip I've seen. Wrong drummer at the wrong gig, probably like my playing. Doubtful, Jed. I'm sure you're playing it like that. Yeah, it did kind of. I was like, oh, that wasn't what I was expecting. But now I'm like, ooh, what can we do with this? This is interesting, you know. Dan Lee says, the darkness there. Yes, the darkness. That is the reference track, which is so interesting. Listening to their new stuff after I've been with them, it sounds awesome. I love the track. Like, it sounds so good. And then just watching the lads, like their official videos, them just playing gigs and mucking around basically backstage. So it's bringing back some really fun, nice memories of them. Kev says, oh, that's tricky. Straight click against a swung 8-note fill. Yeah, it is for sure. But we'll just see what happens. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? If it doesn't sound good, then I'll try something else. Okay, right. I'm going to go in and I'm going to do. Oh my gosh, hold on. Oh my goshing, because what were you saying, Adam? Survival are sadly gone. What? How did I not hear about that? That's crazy. My old band had a song called Sad Ken, lovingly named after the big man who worked at the desk. Yeah, I remember him. He was great. He was an opera singer. Did you know that? He was an opera singer. I loved that guy. He was so nice. Oh man, where is he? What's he doing? I think he did sing in a metal band as well. I can't remember. But he was definitely my favourite out of all the people that worked there, I think he was. To be fair, he was just the one that was always manning the desk at the weird times that I was there, like in the middle of the day or at 10 in the morning, and he's just like, what are you doing here this early? Lovely man. Oh, I wonder where he is. I wonder what he's doing. Okay, so I'm just trying to... Oh, right. I'm going to try this thing then that I have read about. The grouping thing. So I'm going to take... Oh, I'm going to take these out of the group and we're just going to see if that helps. I'll put them back again once I've recorded. See if that helps with the whole situation with cutting between takes. If this works, I'm going to be so happy. Right, let's just hear the beginning. Got it in my head. I'm going to go. I'm going to do it. We're going to see what happens and wish me luck. All right. I will see you in a few takes. I don't even know how many it's going to be. Right. I'm going to switch over to the live room and I will see you shortly.
cliff top and I'm looking out to sea. The sirens of the Netherlands are beckoning me. I'm trying to write a ballad that makes you wanna stay. They're easy to come up with, but they're difficult to play. Cause I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't know if I can.
Oh, this is a challenge, isn't it? Love a good challenge. Right, okay. I may go in and do some more, but I want to just hear how it's sounding because it's very hard for me to tell if it's flowing right and what it needs. And anyway, I'm going to get that if I listen back properly. Right, so let's just save this first. Oh goodness. Oh, I'm all blurry. Sorry, it's just my red face that you're missing. Blurry around. Okay, so let's go mainly with that last take because it felt like, from my side of things, it felt like the most. Oh, let's switch this one on. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Just thinking, should I just go to the chat for a minute? Just to reset my brain. Let me just go to the chat real quick and then we'll listen back. Right. So, Adam says, we miss Ken for sure. Used to see him every Sunday. He had this band called, Merkin, yeah. And one day he had one of the rooms full of disarmed military rifles and swords where he was shooting a music video. Of course he did. I love that guy. He's so unique. Like, I've never met anyone like him. He's brilliant. And David says, wow, that riff. Yeah, I mean, it's proper. And yeah, it's getting the right parts with this because I just feel like it's one of those ones where it's so specific what it needs that yeah, in fact, let's switch to this in case it's not doing stuff. The part I feel needs to be quite specific to work, if that makes sense. Adam says, sounds so good with the drums. Bless you. That's very kind. I don't know if I agree yet, so let me see. Moon Cat Drum says, wow, fabulous stuff, and you're all very kind, honestly. David says, rock and roll just came back to Germany. Danley says, your facial reactions on the drums are priceless. Yeah, do you know what? I really can't hide it when I do stuff, but I'm like, that sounded horrendous. Like, what are you doing? So yeah, you will never see through me. No, wait, what? You will always see through me. Yes, you will always see through me because I just, it reads on my face. I tell you what, okay, let's go for positives right now. I'm really, really happy with that middle section. I think that really, like, I know in my gut that works. I just need to hear back these tom sections, and I know I'm going to need to mess around with the first couple of bars coming back in because I didn't get that smooth, but we can take it from other bits and be a bit cheeky, basically. And Kev Cook says, rockin'! Morris Tass is here. David, yay, how you doing? 40% off any drum performance. Oh, sorry. 40% of any drum performance is facial, Dan. Yeah, it doesn't record so well, the face, though, when you're recording. Oh, I forgot I was recording it on the camera. This camera is burning up, but it didn't crap out, so that's good. So, Danley says agreed, and also says, by the way, I meant that in a positive way. Oh, don't worry, I always know that you guys mean everything that you say in a positive way because you're positive, lovely people. So I wouldn't assume anything different. If you are trying to offend me, please make sure you tell me because otherwise I'll just take it as a compliment. So, David is asking, hey, my question. I'm always in awe of that impressive mountain of Remo boxes. How often do you change out your heads? And what do you use for your floor tom resonant head? So, how often do I change my heads? Honestly, just when they go. So, this kit, I skinned it when I got it, and that was in January. Haven't changed a single head yet. The Yamaha, I don't know, maybe like once a year? No, once every 6 months maybe? That's not true though, I don't think. It's just when they start going. And the resonant head, I have no idea. It came with it. So I can tell you. So check it out. It's the original Ludwig Remo head that came with it. Who'd have thunk it? 60 years old and he's still sounding great. And then the bat head is a Emperor coated, Remo Emperor coated, basically. Yeah, no idea. Just all I know is it sounds good, but I don't know why. Like I couldn't give you the details why. Jed says, "Oh yes, I'm into a bit of rocking this morning. This is getting me interested in my electric kit later. Yes, I need to brush up on my playing. Don't we all, Jed? I feel like all musicians, but especially drummers, are constantly in the state of feeling like we need to work on our playing. I know that I am, that is for sure." Kevin Cook says, at Danley, part of the job description, isn't it? What faces, probably. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely, Kev. And Charlotte Bibby says, "Sounds great. Love the sound of that crash on the right." Yes, a nice one. I think that's, yeah, a custom 18-inch. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, so I'm just going to save this and I'm going to do save an alternative because I forgot to do this yesterday and I'm always harping on about saving an alternative. But it's true, it helps. So, and Charlotte says, "Jed in the same boat, having a drumming midlife crisis." I'm constantly going through a drumming midlife crisis. I was going through a mini one this morning because I was running through the Voice Kids. And you know when your body just does weird stuff and you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I've never played like that. I've never played that part like that. Why can I suddenly not play in time? Like, it's a minefield, basically. It's an absolute minefield. And honestly, like, yeah, I feel like we all feel like that. So please don't feel alone when you feel like that. It's a nightmare, but it's the occupational hazard. And it's the reason that we care so much and we try to do a good job. And we're always trying to get better. It's because we're all constantly going through midlife crises about our playing, amongst various other things, I'm sure. Okay, so take away this entry bit. Let's see. I think I want this bar to start the song, basically. So, I will check that I didn't have a better start. It's actually a better start, although it still needs some work. So it's just when that guitar comes in, and I think it's because although I was playing to the tape. Actually, that kind of sounds cool. What's happening at the very beginning? Number 4. So if we can grab a track, so that's it. Right, what am I doing? Just go through each of them and just have a look. That was awful. Okay, that's fine. Very keen on that first thing, aren't I? Oh, I wonder, sometimes, this is such a cop-out, can I just say, sometimes it records weird, where, so if I move that across like a I wonder if that's the thing. If you don't record with the group on, then it does something weird all the time. Eesh. I think it was 4. Yeah. Right, so my theory is completely correct, so let's just move this all back to the original spot. Is it right? It's awful. It's just back. So I like this. This is going to be a mess. This is just going to be chopped up. So I really like this beginning, and then I'd like this to have a crash, but I think I might just take it from later on. Oh, it seems to sound in the air at that point. Okay, that's fine. It's quite hard to kind of phrase it because there's no lyrics yet as well. So let's see what we can do with this. Right, okay, I think because I like that crash. Then I'll fix it. It's nice as a break. See if we can get different fills. So that will need straightening, not straightening out, but it will need some sort of quantization. Darn it! I thought I'd done it with the old not going to weird takes thing, and it's absolutely gutted. Gutted. Gutted, gutted, gutted. I know that all of you've seen. That's not too bad. I'm pleasantly surprised with this thing. So I think I liked the started accenting it in that last take, so I think I can stick with that. Or not hit that. Oh, well, that's an interesting little moment. Let's go back to this. Yeah, cool. I like that. It, as anticipated, absolute mess of a comp, but I think I can make it, like, provided I can just swap out a couple of things, tighten up a couple of things. I think it's going to be good, but it is going to take a little bit of work. So if you're here for the long run, good on you. It might be a bit of a long run. I know that I like to go on for a long time anyway. What I'm going to do is just make an alternative, flatten and fix this one, and flatten and fix. I'm just going to flatten all of this. I've got to sort out this front of the kick mic, sorry, stem, because it went a bit iffy, but that's fine. Blah, blah, blah. Let's take out the first. Just fix. Is it just basically, is it? So let's take 3. If it's just that. Great. That was what it actually is. Oh! Don't tell me I've not worked out, but don't tell me I've actually. Oh my goodness. Anything that isn't. What's this? For whatever reason. Let's just do this. Cool, so at least it's the right take. That's a good start. So there's a crash to be. It's just bizarre. I'm so sorry this isn't as exciting as it usually is, which, you know, I know it's very exciting usually. I'm just going to go for it, and then let's just do a general sweep. And what I'm going to do is then do I'm just going to leave it to analyse, and I'll come back to the chat. So if you get any questions, like Emily, what in the world is wrong with you, and what are you up to, then just let's put that back. And we are analysing, and my headphones are off, so that is because my ears get a break from the wall. Okay, so what are people saying? So Charlotte said that was my day yesterday. Body doing everything wrong. I shouted at my drums a lot. I feel your pain. I shout at myself a lot sometimes. Just stop being an idiot. What is wrong with you? We're all a bit odd here, but it's okay. You're in good company. Haha, go practice, Charlotte. Enjoy, says Jed. And Wooooooooo says, oh, thought it was just me who talked to their drums like that. Praise or scolding, they cop a lot. Ha, yeah, it's true. This is going to sound weird, but I feel like we all must do this. I thank my drums a lot. I'm like, oh, just thank you for existing, and thank you for supporting me and when I'm playing. And probably sounds a little bit crazy, but it's fine. Kev Cook says, question M's, I can't record acoustic drums because of the size of my room and neighbours. So is recording on electric drums better or just different? It's just different. And if you can make it work for you, for whatever reason, for whatever you're using it for, then it's just different. Just get really good at whatever you are able to do, and you'll be in good stead. Basically, it's better than not doing anything. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but I know plenty of drummers that are doing the remote recording thing on electric drums, and it's working great. So yeah, look into that for sure. And David says, and that's awesome having the OG Rezo head on. Yeah, no, I didn't even know. And so thank you for asking, David. It's something that I learned today. I'm still getting used to tuning my acrylic kit. As far as I know, aren't they a bit of a pain to tune? It just behaves so differently. Yeah, it's like really unusual. That's what I've heard. I've never had an acrylic kit. I played on one once, and I did try to quickly tune it. Did not sound good, but it made a noise, so it's fine. I'm glad I'm not recording or touring at the moment. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, do you know what? I feel like with all drums there is like a weaning period where you just work out what the drum does best, what it needs, and all that sort of stuff. I'll be completely honest, when drums give me too much jip, I generally get rid of them because it's like the payoff often is not worth the stress and the amount of time you put into it. The only exception I'd say for that maybe is my Hayden, because sometimes it can be a bit argumentative, but the sound is just so excellent. Although I haven't played it for ages, so it'd be interesting to hear it now after I've played the Ludwig for so long. But yeah, you're not alone there. You're totally not alone there. And Charlotte says, aha, David, they don't talk back much, do they? Bit useless as a one-sided argument, but I always try to win. I love that you've said always try to win. I get it. I so get it. Kev Cook is saying to Charlotte, we've all done it. I've put divots in my wall from throwing sticks at it. Yeah, I remember. I think I've only ever thrown my sticks at a wall twice, and it was when I was very young, and it was, I think there were a lot of hormones flying around at the time, so never a good combination. David says, it's awkward when you lose said argument. Not a high point in my life. Mine neither. Oh, yes, it's so true. And David is saying to David, great vinyl collection. Thanks, man. I used to have hundreds years ago, but then I went a bit wobbly and gave them all away, starting over back to up to 20-ish. Do you know what? I feel like lots of people go through that, especially with record collections. I know my dad had like the most incredible, expensive record collection with like some original Beatles stuff in there, some original Hendrix stuff in there, and one day he was just like, nah, getting rid of all of it, and he gave it away to a record shop, or sold it to a record shop for not very much money. I'd love to say that he regrets not keeping it, but I don't think he does. I regret him not keeping it. And Morista says, yet another expensive habit. Drummers are good at having expensive habits, I must say. Danley says, sounds great, and thank you, that's very kind. David says, Black Sabbath drum fills. Ah, yeah! Oh, thanks, David. That's a compliment and a half. Danley says, I thought the same, David. Oh, Dan! Oh, you guys! You're the best. Bill Ward is so proud of you. Well, thank you, David. Thank you, Bill. Right, let's actually sort this out so it's just sounding strong and amazing and brilliant. Okay. Let's get back. So, right, I like the beginning. That's that much I can remember. So that crash needs to be more strong, so it's because of the transient. It's just might even push the 2 crashes before to be a bit more low back. Oh, I need to check the trans. I wonder if it's worth just doing a quantize on this. Oh, no, doesn't look like it. That'd be a no! Of course it's no, I need it to be triplets, don't I? That's because that's a stone. Do that again. Dagger. Well, that's not good. Let's try this one. So it's almost not awful. The other side of it. That's not right. So, okay, so that's worked. I'm just gonna see what happens if I should listen to it first. What did I do as well? This one is a 8th note trumpet, so let's just see. What's the worst that can happen? I'll have to fix these transients afterwards. Oh, of course, that's not got a crash on it, has it? So that's not going to work. Oh. come back and fix that. That'll be fine. Stanley, challenging one today in a good way. Oh yes, like a challenge. It's good, you know, it's a good excuse to kind of bring out these things, that these tools you can use and stuff. It's not always going to be, you know, just flooring the floor, in fact this is flooring the flooring parts, but you know, it's not going to be just normal pop songs all the time. That's quite nice actually. I did say that I would just see it. That's actually nice as well. Let's just see if we can get it right next to that kick drum. Just see what happens. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Oh, we're out of monetized land now, so just for a little bit. I'm gonna just do it because then it will match with everything else provided. Check. Back in the group. Back in the group. Okay. Very sort of strong. There we go. That's better. Oh. I mean, since we come to so let's do 8 minutes and just see. I know that sounds cool and jazzy, but ain't it? Stop it. I wouldn't mind if I intended it that way. To me, this is so the darkness. It's like that AC/DC side of the darkness. Like, like it. Oh yeah, that's out. So fingers crossed for me that this is correct. I'm sorry I'm not talking very much, am I? I'm just kind of in my head, just cringing at myself. I think I want to swap out the whole of that first section. So all of these bars because it's just that it just did not feel solid, you know. And that's better. There we go. It's like more authoritative. So the fade can't happen because it's got an overhang on the cylinder before because it's from the middle. Oh, that was fun. I guess it is. Let's see. Just fade on there. Scared me so much I jumped. Okay, so oh, you are being such a pain, front of kit. We love you, but at the same time, you're driving me a bit insane. Okay, how am I going to do this? I know. Oh, not my door. Let's take you out of this and let's just get you to the end point. Right, there's your end point. In fact, let's try by taking this part 98, sorry. 98. Just check it's working. Isn't quite a little loss here. Oh, what a relief. So 98, 3, 1, and then we're going to chuck you here. And then bring this baby back. Play here. Absolutely. Aces. Oh, what a relief. Lovely. Okay, back to what I was actually doing. Let's move back through. I will come to the chat shortly. Do you see what I mean with the pain that is this kind of odd sort of, it's just the weirdest thing. Whatever. Just causes a lot more work than you shouldn't be. generally if you sort of just take the one thing before rather than after the contact. Oh, it's so warm. Sounds good. Do this last one and then we are good to go. Good to go. G, T, G. Again, this naughty little stem that's just deciding to do its own thing. Oh. Put it all back. Okay, that was a lot. Okay, let's come back to the chat for a second, just to give myself a breather, have some coffee. Ooh. Right. So, Dan Lee says, challenging one today, and in a good way. Yes, I think I already said that. Yes, it is, but that is a good thing to me, because it's music, isn't it? It's just feeling, and I just need to sort of play in a way that is going to work for the song, and yeah, that means some editing and stuff like that. That's fine. I'm alright with it. Owen Alec is here. Hello, Owen. How are you? And Walrus Taz says, "It's alright. Doing your job is slightly more important than talking to randos on the interwebs." I love talking to you guys. What are you talking about? I just feel bad when you're sat there watching me edit and stuff, because it's like the most dull thing ever. And I apologise, but you are still here, so thank you so much for sticking around. And Jed says, "I would say chosen few." I would agree, Jed. You're a very special. You are certainly all a very special bunch to me. I really, 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 really do mean that. So I appreciate every single person that comes and sits with me on this and has a chat and just is so lovely. So yeah, thank you for being here. Dan Lee said, "Oh, Walrus is laughing," David. And Dan Lee says, "You always have a nice dynamic to your sound." And thank you so much. That means a lot. I really, it's something I've tried to work on. I'm continually working on, because yeah, I'm always trying to do better with that sort of stuff. Because when I was a kid, I was basically told that I need to play super loud to be taken seriously because I was a girl. And there was a lot of truth in that, I think, in some respects. But what that meant was I definitely, for many years, neglected sort of learning to play quietly and dynamically. So thank you for saying that. That means a lot. So Matthew State is here. Hello, Matthew. How are you? Hi, Emily. Love this track you're working on today. Thank you very much. Me too. It's kind of like grungy, but then it's like groovy, and yeah, it's kind of different. I love anything working with toms because I love my tom sound at the moment. I really do. Matthew says tom work is nice and punchy. Thank you. Yes, that's what I'm going for. And he says, "Hope you had a wonderful day. I'm off to do some drumming." Have a nice time drumming. And Carl is saying, "Damn, work calls interrupting my fun." What work calls have you been having? Tell us about it. Right, so what am I going to do now? I'm going to literally listen through to just the drums, and anything sort of sounds weird or sticks out, then I'll fix it. This is like the last step, and then I can send this off as a tape for the short, so I think it sounds really cool. I really like where it's at, so let's see. Like that, for instance, not great. Okay, so we can ruin the whole thing. Oh, right. Get you. Ah, yes, this is baby, isn't it? So, okay, so I'm going. Come back to that. So you see why I need to go through this. I'm just trying to find the same bat. Oh, actually, go for that. Actually, let's just. That will do. That one right there. Okay. So let's cut that half a bar. It's literally half a bar. And then just placed it here. Is that right? Maybe it is, but maybe it's just. Let's see. We can but see. Yeah, that's fine. See, things like that. Those were the culprits. That is a bit whiffy. It's starting to sound like Adam and the Ants. But it does that new digital thing. It's such a funny thing because it is sort of this halfway between swung and straight. It feels weird when you listen to it by itself, but then when you hear it in context, it feels fine. These, however, don't ever sound fine. things make me so happy, and this is one of those things. Vroom. Let's take all the groove out of that. Oh, that's. I took it from somewhere else, didn't I? Yes, I took it for oh, that was a bit bumpy. Yay! Woo! Well, that was a long one, wasn't it? But I'm well happy with that, and I'm glad we've gone through all of it, and it sounds good. So I think I'm happy to send that off. Oh, goodness gracious, goodness gracious. What's for lunch? I'm hungry. What are people having for their lunch? That's what I actually want to know. Let's talk about important stuff. Let's get to the chat. Let's get to the chat. So, Carl is saying boring SQL database and system support stuff. That's the stuff that he's dealing with today in work. SQL, now what does that stand for? I did know at one point, but I can't remember right now. Oh, no, yeah, I remember seeing a post on Reddit about it and how it's a really good sort of subject to have a lot of knowledge in. It's, yeah, databases. Oh, amazing. That's great. David says, oof, M streams are much better. Oh, than SQL database system support stuff. I hope so, but if it isn't, always tell me and I'll have to start wearing, like, I don't know, fun outfits, or I don't know, bring a clown in or something to entertain y'all when I'm doing all the boring stuff. Charlotte says, studio, all fine, yay, dry as a bone. Get in. I'm so glad for you, Charlotte. Just the roads where it's flat, small flooding. Alright, goodness, that's good. Great news, Charlotte, a big relief, I bet. Yeah, I'm sure it is. David says, I'm glad they're on for me after work is done for the day. I'm literally in bed, electric blanket on. The thought of that is making me feel unwell right now. YouTube, casting to the telly, jelly babies, cup of tea, super chill. Dude, to me, you've clearly got life sorted and I'm loving it. And David, Carl is saying to David, amen to that. And David is saying, hooray, that's great news, Charlotte. The one who has the yellow drums. Isn't that awesome? Charlotte, you're going to be known as the yellow drummer girl. Or yellow drums girl. I suppose that makes more sense. Dan Lee says, sounds good to me. To David Travis Dixon. Mooncat says, Charlotte Bibby, glad to hear the studio is okay. Just flip down the page. Mate of mine had a rehearsal studio that flooded and it was a nightmare. Loads of ruined gear. It's honestly, well, I'm lucky because I'm first floor up in this studio. So have I told you about what my fear is? My fear is that my studio is going to fall through the floor because it's so heavy. The doors are 350 kilos each, and therefore I'm just convinced that one day this is all going to fall through. That's my irrational fear. And Jed says, how, when you said adamant, that's what I was thinking. Great mind. Yeah, very adamant moments for sure. Kev Cook says, Charlotte, glad to hear the studio is fine. David said, oh, those hats sound immense though. That's a big section. New beats? I think they are. I think they're 16-inch new beats. I'm so terrible. No, they're not. They're K-Sweet hats. They're 16-inch K-Sweet hats. Isn't that terrible? I never know what I'm playing. I just kind of, yeah, I never know what I'm playing. I'm so sorry. Yeah, they're sweet hats. I love the new Sweet range. I've got an 18-inch crash in there as well, which is just stunning. Yeah, really, 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 really nice. Jed says, when you play it back with just the drums, so many different variations. I love it. Oh, awesome. Thank you very much. And Dan Lee says, don't forget Z. Oh, what? Z1? Yes. Dan Lee, you're confusing me from yesterday in Z1, and now I've just popped into my head that there's a photographer that I know called Z, and I'm like, you talking about him? That would be really, really left field, but not at the same time. Maisel Drums is here. Hello, Maisel. How are you? Maisel Tejera. I'm wrapping up here. I'm so sorry. I know it's really early over your side of the world. And Dan Lee says, jacket, tuna, avocado, coleslaw for lunch. That sounds delicious. Jacket, potato, tuna, avocado, and coleslaw. You're making me want avocado, I think. I might have to indulge in avocado. Lunch, I'm having chicken fried rice. Oh, Jed, that sounds delicious. I'll tell you what I think I'm having, although I'm feeling like your answers may be changing my mind. And Carl says, yeah, fancy dress studio hangs. Dude, maybe when it gets colder, and that would involve me buying some fancy dress. The only thing I own at the moment that is fancy dress, I think, is it's an all red jumpsuit that is meant to be. It's one of the. It's a one of the Bond girls, like henchwomen. I dressed as it in for. I'll see if I can find a picture actually, because it would be a better way of describing it. I'm rubbish with James Bond. I don't know anything. So it was my husband's idea. He sorted it all out, and you'll see why in a second. Favourites. Yes. Sorry. Oh, it's quicker than I thought it was going to be. Okay, you can see it here. Let me switch you to a bigger picture so you can see this. So, come on, focus. We were dressed as those henchmen, the female henchmen, Bond girls. Does anyone know what film that's from so that we can help the situation out? Do you like this guy's reaction? He's one of the techs for Kim, so he was having a good old time. But yeah, I don't know why. Oh, that's the only fancy dress I have, so I'll have to purchase some stuff. Kev saying to Dan, can you send some down to Cornwall? I'm hungry. Yeah, he's making me hungry too. That really, I don't know, it's just the freshness. It sounds so fresh and lovely. Kev says, great playing and well navigated. Thank you very much. And Dan Lee said, Z on your software. Z on your software. Z on your software. I don't know what's happening. Dan says, it's on its way. And Kev says, oh, I'll send a pasty back. Oh, sorry for the blurriness. I could eat a pasty now. Focus, crying out loud. There we go. No, it's not having it. It's not having it. I'm sorry. I'll carry on and hopefully it will sort itself out. Come on. Focus. Look at these blisters. That was from rehearsals. One song in. So embarrassing. It's like I hadn't been playing for months. And David said, we're all loving Charlotte's Yellow Drums. Charlotte's Yellow Drums. Charlotte's Yellow Drums. We're all loving Charlotte's Yellow Drums. Charlotte's Yellow Drums. Charlotte's Yellow Drums. Did I get it right? Is that what the vibe is? Or am I just making it up? Dan Lee says, Kev Cook, oh, it's worth double of mine. Yeah. A good pasty is something beautiful. Charlotte Baby say, can you guess my favourite colour? I love yellow too, to be fair. Emily Young says, thanks for the stream. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you very much, Emily. And Dan Lee said, haha, you found a new function. Oh, on my Logic, yeah. I was using it earlier, the Z thing. Z, and then like, oh, I just want to zoom in on this. Oh, wait, no, you can't see it. Right, so, Z. Oh, no, now it's just on the wrong thing completely. Oh, it's all going wrong. Oh, no, it's not doing anything. Yeah, so like, look, I want to focus on just this section. It's gone to the full screen. Okay, now I want to just go everything. Oh, there it is then. Oh, let's just, yeah, there's the guide track. Woo. Here's the clip. Woo. Oh, it's such a cool thing. Yes. Anyone that would just try it, it's like game changer in terms of shortcuts. I love it. Sorry, Dan, I'm so slow sometimes. My brain I just can't even. Jen says, my friend lives in Cornwall. He treated me to a pasty and they are different class. Yeah, they totally are. There's nothing like a pasty from Cornwall, from Padstow, I would add, because I know you're in Redruth, but yeah, Padstow is like such a special place to me, and there's a couple of pasty shops there, or there were. I mean, I've been there for years, they may not even be there. Yeah, just delicious. Just that smell. Oh, on the beach and eating a pasty. Oh, it's the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. Anyway, right, I think I've had to send this take off. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Now, I don't know what time I'm going to be back tomorrow because when we streamed yesterday, it was too hot. It was too hot, it was too late in the day, and although it's still hot right now, I feel like it's a better time. I've got to, however, take my car in to have the rear shocks fitted, new rear shocks fitted, and that's at 9:20, and I'm going to walk home, which means I'll be back at around about, I don't know, 10:10, 10:15. So I'm thinking 11 a.m. tomorrow, so it's a little bit later, so an hour later than I went on today. So hopefully that's okay with you guys. I'm fingers crossed, because I just want to get it done when it's not too hot and I'm not too exhausted, because I've seen it takes a lot out of us, like the heat, let alone being creative and all that sort of stuff. So I'd like to get this all done early on. So I'm hoping that everyone's happy with that. I'll put it out on my socials, so you'll be able to see exactly, depending on where you are in the world. Walrus, it's always really late for you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And so much for that ungrouping situation. That didn't work, did it? We'll try something else tomorrow, hopefully. Anyway, I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you. Enjoy the rest of your day, or have a nice sleep if you're in Tasmania, David. And enjoy your jelly babies and your tea. And yeah, okay, cool. I will see you tomorrow around about 11 a.m, I think. All right, lots of love, you guys. Have a lovely, lovely day. See you guys later.